it up and drag. Dope.
Alright.
Dope.
Alright. Yo, it's the boys, 3 AM boys.
Okay.
We got Gene,
Yo.
got Roger,
Yep.
we got Robert,
Yo.
and as always, we got Andrew with no webcam today, unfortunately.
In the beach once again.
Starting off today,
In the
I'm gonna bring up my situation. So remember where I couldn't play Among Us for like the longest time, and
Yeah.
Call of Duty. So
For you.
apparently, I found out that I talked to one guy who explained everything to me. He's like, "Listen, dude, I'm sorry to break this shit to you." He like literally told me like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole or like trying to like push things on you, but it's where you live." And I'm like, "Really?"
Where you
And
live,
he's like,
we hate you.
And he's like,
We don't
"Dude,
want you
like,
to play video games.
like
Get
the
a job."
servers." Yeah, pretty much. He's like, the servers on your area just like don't work, and it's not gonna connect. We're working on like because it's Comcast. It's like we got a quote from Comcast saying that it should be done in like February, but we don't know. And like, I'm sorry to break it to you, man. Like, I know you want a game, but like, if you want to play video games, just play on a hotspot or move out of that town, basically.
Wow.
And I was just like,
Told you to fucking kick rocks, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty-
Well, he
yeah.
didn't tell you to kick rocks. He said,
In a nice way, at
Comcast.
least. Shout out to the
no,
black
he
guy.
was super cool, and he told me like he told me that Comcast should have it done in like February.
That's a
or,
load
like,
of horse
the end of
shit.
January. That's what he
Yeah,
told me.
it's not gonna beat them. by then.
That's what he told me that Comcast said. He's like, this is what Comcast said, so this is what I'm telling you. And I'm like, I'll figure it out, dude.
Do you have
I'll
AT&T
figure
by
it
your
out.
house, bro? Just get AT&T, man. I thought.
I don't have. It's
Ooh,
not.
Roger got plugs.
I don't have
We're
AT&T.
Cuban,
here.
bro. Todo para la izquierda.
Like, yeah.
There's no AT&T here, unfortunately.
What
I
is
just
that, to
told
the
him.
right, to the left for our English speakers. To the right, to the left is the direction that we go. When we know things ain't going right, we go left.
All I know is that it doesn't matter because I'm not even here. I checked my internet like usage. Like, it's gone down since I had a girlfriend.
He's
Oh,
like,
no
Man,
more
stop
porn?
paying for that shit, bro.
You start
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
porn?
No, absolutely not. So like, it's
Stop
literally.
watching porn.
So this was like how do you call it? We started dating in like in November. So this was like September, and this was like October. I
No
was
more
like,
video
"Holy
games, bro.
fuck." I was like, holy fuck.
You
I'm
saw
not
that
using
porn,
shit.
bro. You saw that porn. You saw that usage number.
Yeah, it's gone.
Porn, video games.
So I'm just gonna play just online games at my fucking girlfriend's house now. So
You might as well move your PC there. Do you need your PC at home other than video games?
not really.
Yeah, then I'd leave that shit there and stop paying for internet.
Yeah, so-
Freeload.
Fucking Roger.
But it's,
Hey man,
the
if I
thing-
can't even play my shit on my fucking house, I might as well not pay for that shit and,
the only thing I care about is playing Switch games, you know, because the Monster Hunter demo came out, so I'm only gonna play Switch games. I mean, the only thing I could do here is play League and fucking
And why would you want to do that?
Why would you do that? Yeah.
exactly. So there's no need to me to use my PC to
What a
move my
bad
PC.
That sucks, bro.
Use your Switch, man. Use your Switch. I haven't touched my Switch since the last time I said how crazy I was about the Switch.
My Switch isn't even here. My Switch is at my girlfriend's house. It's official.
That's where
issues.
that's when I'm gonna leave mine. That's where I'm gonna leave mine.
I'm going to Texas soon, so
Oh, you're going to
Oh,
Texas?
Yeah. What?
yeah,
Why?
we're gonna. My sister low key forced me, but it's all right. She just didn't want to go alone, and I understand. I wouldn't want to go alone to Texas, a very rednecky place. Sorry, rednecks.
A lot of Mexicans there too.
So what do you call it? We're gonna go visit our cousin, cause her baby's, as probably no one knows, her baby was born with T13, which is like like the cleft lip and the whole. Well, she doesn't have a cleft lip, but it deformed. And
Mhm.
T13 babies, those babies aren't supposed to even last like weeks. They're not even supposed to even last inside the belly. And the baby made it to the new year, so pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully the baby's still good.
That's awesome.
Hope he survives.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Yeah,
Wait, I can't. say that
I'm just scared to go and something happens. I'm so
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah.
Well,
with
hopefully it
everybody,
turns out
it's
good,
fucking
yeah.
scary.
That sucks.
No,
like
I
that.
no, I think it's gonna be good. I know things are gonna be good.
Yeah,
We're
have
gonna go
faith,
help
man.
her and stuff because she hasn't even like properly slept. Like she's scared that this baby's gonna die, so like she doesn't sleep.
I mean,
She's
I don't
just
blame
holding
her.
this child.
Imagine
Yeah.
being in that situation. What the
How
fuck
long are
is
you
the
gonna be there
situation?
for?
Terrible,
That's
dude.
fucking
Oh,
horrible.
only the weekend. Only like 2 days.
Only 2 days.
Basically a day, cause
That
like
should be cool.
we leave here Friday night and then we get there. I mean, we get there Friday night and then all Saturday, then we leave Sunday. So basically like a day.
A day and a half.
I've never been to Texas before.
Me neither.
Neither.
Yeah.
Everything's big in Texas.
Excited?
Better have you some breakfast steak.
Be careful, Gene.
Wait,
All
with
my
fucking-
exes
with
live in
the- with the-
Texas.
Are your exes live in Texas? All right, George Strait.
Damn, I love how
Fucking,
Gene knows the fucking name of the person who sings that song.
Yeah. Well, Drake also says it in the bar too.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
Like I'm George Strait. Ah, good times. I'll miss that Drake when he didn't have an accent. When he wasn't UK. When he was Canadian still, eh?
That's where I want to go, Canada. If all sh- if,
I want to
if,
go to Canada so
if
bad.
shit hits the
dude.
fan here, we might have to go to Canada, boys.
my cousin lives in Canada. I'm like 6 hours away from her.
You know, I was
apparently.
thinking about that the other day, Roger. Remember that kid that we worked with? The I'm not gonna. We don't say no names here, but the kid that had like very bad anger management. It was I'm gonna say Pablo. Pablo's friend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right. So that motherfucker. I was thinking about that. Remember cause when we worked there, it was when Trump was getting elected.
Yeah.
You remember the biggest fucking deal he made about leaving to Canada? He's still in Hialeah. But that motherfucker
Bro,
wouldn't
everybody
shut up.
said that shit.
He wouldn't shut the fuck
I mean,
up
to be
about
fair,
it.
it's not easy to just fucking up and move to motherfucking Canada, but
I don't know. I've seen people do it. Look at all the Instagram people.
that's
They just
true.
do things.
Yeah, but they got money.
That's true. They do things.
They just do things. I always wonder how do they do it.
Adriel just fucking did it, dude. He fucking
I
did.
did. Yeah, but I had something.
He had something
Like,
to
I
fall
had-
back on here. He didn't have to like. You went to someone's house. You know, he had a place to
guess,
stay for a
yeah.
little bit. He had friends up there.
He did
Something to
shit
fall
right,
back on.
bro. It's pretty
You
scary.
know, I didn't just like randomly like appeared here and like, oh, this is my
You
stuff.
just fucking spawn there.
I had
That was
someone
very
to live
ambitious
with.
of him. Now that I think about it, we were fucking like straight out of high school. You can't just fucking leave.
That was a big ball
We
move,
got
man.
paid $8.50 at the time too, mind you. How is he gonna go to Canada?
By not going.
I didn't think of none of this at the
Yeah.
time. At the time, I was like, oh shit, I guess he's really going to Canada. This guy's very passionate
I
about it.
mean,
He
back
looked at
then we.
mortgage
I mean, think
prices.
about it. You don't know what like the fucking like. You don't even know what living expenses are back then. I think like I didn't even know
Oh
like.
fuck no! I didn't know how expensive
They're
life
like, nah, I
was.
mean, I
Life
just
is
buy.
expensive.
I get my $300 a week and I buy myself a pair of Jordans. I guess I just won't buy myself a pair of Jordans every week.
Nah, now we got fucking bills. That shit sucks. Adulting is the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a scam.
It's fucking scam, dude.
Damn, dude.
No one told us that. I wish schools would teach us like the basic adult principles.
Your mom tells you every day, just like you. It's like I want to grow up. Like you wish you won't.
I tell that to every little kid.
They don't
The other
listen.
day,
enough.
Can't wait to
fucking-
be an adult. Like no.
The other day, fucking, Chonga's kid was like, "Oh, I'm so stressed,"
What?
and I was like, "This kid's 10." And
I
was like,
never, I never said that when I was a kid at all.
Bro, me either, guy. What the fuck? The most I would say is I'm bored. I'm
Yeah.
bored.
I'm bored.
But motherfucker said it was like, "Oh, I'm so stressed," and I was
Stress.
like, and I look at him and like, "What the fuck do you have to?" And I tell him just like, I was like, "What the fuck you have to be stressed about? You're 10. Enjoy. Shut the fuck up." And he's like, "Oh, because we had to plan this and that," and I was like, "Bro, those things don't even fucking concern you.
You
Pay
don't gotta
attention to
plan shit.
Fortnite.
You don't gotta plan shit, dude. Just
You ain't
roll.
gonna
Just
plan
play
anything,
Fortnite.
bro. Just play fucking Fortnite. I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't like that game either. I'm in
No,
touch. I'm out of touch with the times.
Me and Robert played it at the beginning, but it was just like it
Can't play.
didn't. It just couldn't get to it. We
If
just
they
couldn't get
shove
into it.
if they shove another like hype beast skin down someone's throat in that fucking game, like they
What,
added
Fortnite?
Green
Make
Arrow
money,
now.
dude. That's how
They
they do
right
it.
before that they added Kratos. Right before, like it's just obnoxious, dude. How do they get these licenses?
They're just trying to prolong the game.
They're so.
In the
it's just
beginning,
a-
they didn't get any of those. You know, all those dances. They're like famous dances.
Yeah, I
just
know they had to
added
pay
it,
for
and
them or
then
something,
they-
or they
they
got
just
sued,
added-
right?
And then I think somebody sued them or something like
That
that.
was probably the
Uh,
backpack kid.
The
Shit like that.
flossing kid.
And
What is
then
it?
a famous
it's a-
dance or something that's popular. We're like, oh fuck it, that'd be cool in our game. And just
It
make
Well-
was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the backpack kid that did it
The
for
Millie
Katy
Rock.
Perry.
The Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Pretty
shit like
sure.
that. Yeah.
Bobby Schmeider.
Apparently they're freeing him this year.
Shout out to Bobby Schmeider for getting freed.
Yeah.
Long live Bobby Schmeider.
Oh, I have no idea who he is.
I don't know who he is either. I forgot his songs.
The one he throws
He's a
the hat-
rapper, I assume.
He throws
He
the
dances.
hat
He's a
in
rapper.
the air and does doing this.
Yeah.
Robert, I don't know.
Alright.
Oh, is that the what? I'm gonna butcher the song. I'm not even gonna sing it. Never mind. Never fucking mind. I forgot we recorded. This isn't a real conversation.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck. I forgot how the song goes. Continue.
What were we talking about? My mom just walked in the room asking me how to order a fucking ice cream from McDonald's because she they want.
Uber Eats?
Yeah, I mean we're in like everyone speaks English in this neighborhood, and she's like, "How do I order ice cream at McDonald's?" I'm like, "I don't know, mom. Just say ice cream. Give me 2 cones."
Roger lives in the ghetto.
Toast ice creams.
Yeah.
Roger lives in the ghetto with a nice ass house. Look at it. Look at the background.
Ghetto.
It's a nice door.
So
Damn.
Because the toilets are fucking hard.
I used to live in that area too, like more towards like the main
Hialeah?
Miramar. Yeah. And it's just like damn. Like when I moved to Michigan, he moves there. I'm like, fuck, dude. All
Yeah,
that
it was
gas I
unfortunate.
could have saved.
Yeah, dude. You're
Yeah.
like
I
literally.
legit would have lived 2 seconds away from Roger.
Yeah, it would have.
I
Well, you
used
guys
to live
can
right there
still
too.
move here, man.
I've lived there fucking. Well, I'm planning to move soon, so
Yeah.
definitely we're gonna start looking already for like, at the end of this month, next month around there.
Cool.
Trying to
Okay.
buy a house.
But yeah.
Trying to make a big boy place.
Trying to get away from me, dude.
Away from you? Yeah. When I found out, actually, I didn't know Robert lived so close to me. When I found out, my life went to shit, and I kind of gotta get out of here now.
It's the curse, dude.
You should see his gang. Robert's 18th Street gang.
18 goblins.
The
We
goblins.
might all have to get out of here soon. Escape to motherfucking Cuba.
No internet, nothing.
I got a
no
big
fucking-
ass. I got family over there, man. I got us. You know, I got fucking got cows,
My
horses, goats.
My family broke as fuck, so I'm gonna go live with
Mine
yours.
too.
We broke too. We just got animals. We live
Oh,
off
yeah?
the land.
No, we ain't got no animals but pigs. And I don't even think we got pigs anymore.
We
Hey,
used
man.
to have shit.
Them
but all
shit's
that shit was
seasonal.
taken by the government.
Pigs are not seasonal.
Pigs are seasonal.
No, they're not.
They're seasonal when you got money. For the season when the Americans come and you give them the money for the Cubans to go get the pig,
That's true.
seasonal.
But yeah, the reason we say that is because obviously everyone knows at this point that shit's hitting the fan in this country with the whole DC fucking people invading the Capitol and the
Riot shit.
Trump
It's a
supporters
great day. It's a
trying
great
to
day for
overthrow
Trump
the
supporters.
government. I'm tired of living through all these fucking historical events.
I
Honestly,
can't wait
No,
for
I
Trump
can't
to
hear
get the
you
fuck
for
out of
it.
office so things could just be calm.
things are not
It's
gonna be
late,
calm for a
right?
while, my friend.
I mean, it's calm for me. I don't give a fuck. But it's just like it needs to calm down over
It's
there.
scary because
Yeah.
you know, God knows what the fuck's gonna happen. I was telling my mom, we gotta fucking get our licenses and get fucking packed in this motherfucker.
Dude,
Well,
I mean, imagine your mom packing a fucking gun, dude, walking around with a gun. That'd be
Hey
Yeah,
man,
but-
no one said nothing about guns. I just said getting packed.
I just don't understand this fascination with this one man. Why the fuck they want to suck his orange dick so goddamn bad?
I don't know, man.
really talks a
I
lot.
never seen any president get his dick sucked more than this guy.
I was thinking about today. Yeah, like he
Yeah,
had
like,
like,
what-
such
he's
a
so-
way with like
Yeah,
getting
dude.
followers like that.
God damn, he like brainwashes the shit out of those motherfuckers. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers think they're starting a revolution. All they did was loot and break shit. Federal shit. Then they didn't go to a Target. They didn't go to a Target, that's for fucking sure. Nah. Them motherfuckers could have stolen the Declaration of Independence. They put their fucking feet up. I read a post that they were smoking weed in like one part of some type of office there. They vandalized that lady that just died, Pelosi.
Nancy.
I see
Her?
that guy.
No, no, no.
no, that's not- that's-
Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. The lady that died is Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Well, they trashed some shit
Supreme
like that
Court
of someone that recently passed away, a very important woman. I
Yeah.
forgot her name. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But-
They,
may she rest in
they
peace.
stole Nancy's like literal
Laptop.
like they stole her and her like mail, like her.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's like a federal offense apparently. And I was
that,
like,
Yeah, I
that
saw-
is definitely a crime. That is definitely a serious
It's all a crime.
Stealing government property is
It's
criminal.
ridiculous.
All I saw was like a picture of a dude carrying a podium out. It's like this shit.
Dude,
is not-
that was really
I saw so
weird.
many funny ass memes of it.
that's pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
There was this
The
one
narrative
meme.
itself was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah,
Imagine being 80
it's
years
just
old
so
showing your
ineffective.
grandkids, I got this podium.
I gotta
DC.
I gotta see if I
boys.
find that meme.
I like it's terrible what was happening, but like
Oh, it is terrible. No, but
when
the
I
memes are
saw
hilarious.
like that guy in the chair like this, I was like, that's
Yes, I saw that shit. I was like, look at this fucking asshole, thinking he's right. Look at him.
Those people are
Look
pretty
at all of
fucking
them.
emboldened.
It's crazy, dude. It's
Fuck,
crazy.
dude. That fucking post was crazy. There was one, a meme where it was this dude walking out of the building, and the caption was, "When you go to the club at 1 a.m. scouting for drunk bitches, but they all ugly." And the dude walks out of the office. He's like, "I just been in there. There ain't nothing in there. There ain't nothing happening. There ain't nothing in there." With his
Yeah.
fucking accent.
I
Ain't
saw a
nothing in
dude dressed up like a fucking war mongrel. or
Yeah, he had like
whatever.
a fucking wolf
Fucking
head, right?
wolf head.
That wolf
Dude,
head, a
that-
spear.
Where did I want to know how did they organize this? Do you think they went on a Facebook page?
Facebook group, man.
You think that's what it was?
This was
Mayo.
organized just through a ton of huge personalities like Alex Jones, to name one of them. But this was basically like the biggest Trump rally ever. It was called the Million MAGA March, for a reason like
Jesus.
that.
Lamau.
They intended to bring in as many people as possible, basically to protest against the certification of the electoral votes in the in Capitol Hill. So they gathered a ton of them. They just gathered in insane numbers to.
How come no
make
one
their
did a
point.
recount with that motherfucker won the first time? No one gave a shit, but now because he lost, he's all mad and everyone gotta do a recount?
They didn't recount. They just tried to impeach him twice and then put him under investigation for colluding with Putin himself for 4 years straight. So that's why you have like the thing is with Trump, and the reason why his base is so rabid and so cult-like, as some people like to
They're literally a cult.
say, is because it Trump is basically how do I say this? He's basically fighting the establishment, quote unquote. Like he's fighting cultural institutions ever since he entered the White House. Since before he entered the White House, he's been fighting the media. He's been fighting cultural institutions. He's been fighting the establishment politicians, the people like Pelosi who have been in politics for 40 fucking years at this point. Like he's basically fighting the machine, right? So the reason why he's developed like a cult fan base is because he basically gave people a semblance or a feeling that they finally won against the machine, quote unquote, right? That's what Trump is to his voter base, is the guy who helped them have a voice against the machine, against Hollywood, cultural institutions, all that stuff, the media. That's why it's a rabid fan base or a rabid cult, because Trump was the only person in our lifetimes that could probably do what he did, right?
Yeah.
There's no one else back then that could actually empower a fan base like this to feel like they can actually fight against the machine.
Yep.
Or in their eyes, what they view as the machine.
What
so
machine?
to them, to the machine, like the media, bro. How do you think wars start? The media starts wars, like the machine, the shit that gets governments going, passes laws, changes culture. They control culture, right? How do you think a culture is formed in a modern day United States? It's through Hollywood, cultural institutions, social media, all these things. Basically, we're all against Trump from the very beginning, and to deny that is to be really fucking stupid, because it's very obvious, right? So that's why he has like such a fucking rabid fan base, is because he gave these people a feeling like they could fight back and they can actually beat it,
Yeah, they're going about it. Oh, however you look at it, very arrogantly, and so is he. I don't
Mhm.
think they're doing it the right way.
It was a head-on approach, right? Because it was basically balls to the wall, just go in and make it happen by brute force. Like, how Trump says, like, the media is the enemy of the people. He'll say shit like that. Like, very bold, aggressive statements. That's basically how his fan base got, so angered, because he would say shit like that all the time. Like, the media is the enemy of the people, the deep state, the swamp, the machine, all that stuff. Like, he basically created like a fan base that felt like they were genuinely at war.
Yeah.
That's
change
what it feels
anything?
like to them. Did he change anything?
I mean, did anything happen yesterday? Like, I mean, obviously there was looting and stuff, but did they succeed? Was there a fucking anything?
No.
No?
No.
There was just
I
All
think
they-
they're
all
done
it
with
did
something where
now-
you can stop any of the votes really.
Yeah, all it did now is it's going to give the media an excuse to label all Trump supporters now as like
First.
terrorists,
Oh
right?
yeah, now everybody's.
I mean, they all
now
walked
now they're
in
basically
supporting them.
gave themselves a fucking terrorist thing.
Yeah,
It's their fault.
They
All
were.
that pretty much is kind of terrorist-like though, isn't it?
It
So,
is
like,
terrorist, like.
Because there's like protesting peacefully, and then there's some ransacking a fucking.
The thing is, the way they see it, they're like protecting their country. Because the way they see
Yeah.
it, they're protecting the country from like their own government. That their government is corrupt, which is the government has been corrupt for fucking ages.
Yeah, it's never been fucking clean.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
everything.
in their eyes, they're fighting against.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Severe corruption and the boot that's gonna come down on our necks eventually, right? They're scared that we're gonna get locked down forever. Because again, you have to realize, like, Republicans are like, they are the party of like small businesses, or that try to protect small businesses, or they think they are. And in a time like this where an economy is on the verge of crashing because of the lockdowns, a lot of people have lost their jobs and stuff like that. these people are scared that once Democrats have full power of all branches of government, that the lockdowns are only going to get more severe because they're the ones that are pushing for the lockdowns, obviously,
Yeah.
and the economy is just going to crash. Like they genuinely believe that this country is going to collapse, and
Yeah.
they have valid reasons to believe that, right? So it's not as black and white as cult fan base versus what good guy Dems, because it's all dirty. It's all dirty. And
Yeah, it's all dirty.
it's and there's valid reason to be scared if you're like a Trump supporter and you believe what he's saying. Like if you believe the type of shit they believe, there is good reason to be scared, right?
Yeah.
So that's just how it is, man. And the problem is they get violent because they feel disenfranchised, right? None of the cases about like the election fraud went to court. All of it got dismissed. None of the recounts got audited. They just did like recounts, but without like auditing the signatures or auditing anything. They just dismissed all the lawsuits. Like everything got dismissed. The Supreme Court dismissed this, dismissed. So you have a fan base or like a voter base that feels disenfranchised, right? Like their
I'm
voices
assuming
aren't
there was
being
even a
heard.
reason why they were dismissed, though, right? A lot of it was like because they didn't have enough proof or things like that.
That's what they say, but some cases where there is valid evidence out there, like there is actual evidence, but it gets dismissed on grounds of like not being enough, right? So you have a fan base that like feels disenfranchised and feels like they don't have a voice, and that's when things get violent, such as like other protests when protesters protest and nothing ever happens. Eventually it leads to violence. That's just how it works. But yeah, not to say that it's a good thing, obviously, because all they did was damage this country severely, and they only hurt themselves.
Yep.
They only hurt themselves because now they gave the media the pass that they've been fucking drooling at the
yep.
mouth to do these last 4 years, which is to label all Trump supporters terrorists. That's what they've been waiting for this entire time.
Yeah,
to do.
they've been shooting themselves in the foot ever since this whole election shit. Even Trump, towards the end of the election cycle, like if Trump had a chance of winning, he started shooting himself in the foot like it was a fucking shooting range, and so did the Trump supporters. Honestly, like they've not been doing good for themselves. As much as I'm like with the whole fuck the system, it's been corrupt for years. I guess we gotta change shit. And like,
violence is not the answer.
it's not the answer, and the way they're going about it is just stupid. They
way
just
Obi-Wan
fucking.
Kenobi said it.
That was the Trump-based message this whole time, was violence is not the answer. And they were consistent up until yesterday, right?
I knew this was gonna happen in terms of like I said it, like me and Andrew talked about this before. Like I knew there was gonna be like a riot of some sorts. I just didn't think it was going to be the Republican like Trump supporters.
No, I
didn't
knew
think
eventually it was gonna happen, especially after the whole
I just think
election
it-
shit that Trump
Yeah,
didn't
I
win.
just think it was gonna be
We
them.
We
I
all
thought it
kind of
was,
knew, like, no
something
matter who
else.
won this election, there was gonna be some shit that went down.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for months. Like, I've been saying this all year. I said no matter who wins this election, it's going to get ugly. However you look at it. There is going to be violence. This was very obviously going to happen. There was almost no avoiding it. But yeah. No, that's just how it is, man. And so now we're in this weird timeline where what happens next? Because I know that, like, people like AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, they were, like, drafting up articles of, like, basically, what was it, like, rewriting the truth, shit like that, and they started creating this thing called Trumpism, and they started saying shit like Trumpism is now a thing that's going to stay even after Trump, right? That's what they were talking about before the election ended. Like Trumpism is going to be forever, like the cult fan base is about. Trumpism is this anti-establishment, anti-government, anti-everything. Like these people, like the Trump fan base, like the way of thought. They want to call it Trumpism now, and they're saying that it's going to be here to stay, right? They wanted to make it, because that's the thing. Trump did develop this fan base, but it's kind of like a new party. Like, the Trump party isn't the Republican Party. You have to understand, like, Trump voters hate Republicans, too.
Yeah,
like,
wasn't
they
there, like,
hate Republicans.
I think it was a Republican like senator who decided to back out on like vetoing.
More than half of them didn't work with Trump on his messaging at all.
Yeah,
So
not like
you have to know, like, Trump voters don't like Republicans either. They're Trumpsters. That's where this term Trumpism came in. They're like already trying to smear it ahead of time as this thing that needs to be purged, essentially, because it is here to stay. You don't just Like if it weren't for Biden getting 80 plus million votes, Trump would have been the most voted for president in the history of the United States. You know that, right? So he's the second most voted for president in the history of the United States. That's not something that you develop by chance, bro. That is something that you created. Like it's a movement on its own, and like they say, Trumpism, quote unquote, is here to stay. And what happened yesterday was the perfect thing for the media, because now they can they can basically call Trumpism terrorism, right? That they can start connecting that. That was the perfect excuse for them to go at it. So it's not going to be pretty. Democrats have the presidency now. They have the House, and it looks like they're going to have the Senate. They can do basically whatever they want, and yeah. They really shot themselves in the foot. Let's just say that they really shot themselves in the foot with what happened yesterday, and it's not going to be pretty. Because if these people start cracking down on them, like social media is already doing it. Fucking Facebook is banning Trump till the end of his term. He's not going to be there. Like he's gone. The president of the United States is literally just fucking silenced on social media. If they can silence your president, how do you think Trump voters are going to feel? Now, if their president is being silenced. What do you think they're going to feel like? You think they're not going to get silenced? They've been getting silenced, and that's only going to make things way worse, boys. When you guys I think Gene said that things are going to be calm now. They're not. They're not going to be calm now. It's actually more than almost definitely going to get worse, and a lot worse.
Yep.
So
More fucking riots.
it's going to be bad. I mean,
We'll
if
just
they
have
feel like
to
they're
be
getting
ready,
silenced, and they fucking stormed Capitol Hill because of it. What do you think's gonna happen now when they actually get silenced?
Yeah.
You know,
Storm the White House, dude. Fuck.
it's not gonna be gonna be pretty. This country's going. It's going. Well, I'll just say that it's fucking going. So yeah.
We'll see, boys.
It's kind of weird they got so far. I would have thought.
It's not that weird.
Well,
It's not that weird, bro. This isn't the worst shit to happen to the United States or anything. It's really not that big of a deal when you look at it. What? One lady got shot. And it was a Trump supporter. It was a Trump supporter that got shot by a Capitol Hill police, right? One death, although it was sad, of course.
There was 4 deaths, wasn't there?
Yeah, there were 3 more deaths, but they haven't released reports of how they died.
Somebody
all we know
had a heart attack from tasering himself or something like that. That's what I heard.
Yeah, so all things considered, this is really not the most tragic thing to happen in the United States. Bro, Capitol Hill can burn. We live in an online world right now. That shit is nothing more than a fucking symbol at this point.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't need to exist. It's like nothing is gonna fucking happen. Literally, just nothing is gonna happen. You can legislate from the internet if you really fucking have to. There's no reason to fucking shut it down. It really doesn't matter. The world is not actually ending, but what is the issue is the cultural crisis that we're having, that we've been developing for the last decade or so. It is a huge cultural clash, and it's only been escalating. Now, dude, when you have legislators saying and calling an entire fan base of 76 million people terrorists and their way of thinking evil and Nazism and shit like that, it's just escalation. All you're witnessing right now is escalation. There is no de-escalation, right? So I haven't seen anyone de-escalate anything. I have not seen it. What politician is de-escalating things? None. Democrats and Republicans.
On both ends, yeah. It's not gonna get any better.
It's not de-escalating. It's only escalating. The rhetoric is getting more aggressive, and I don't know, man. At this point, it's too hyperpolarized. It's too hyperpolarized. There's no way to mend this wound. It's only gonna fester.
Yeah, the world is changing a lot.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a lot different. Think about it when we're God willing, we get to 40 years old.
20 years old.
It's gonna be a whole different world we live in. Hopefully a brighter one, but we'll see. Enough of the
Hopefully things get
morbidity
better
though.
by then. That's a fucking long time from now.
You think it is, but it's not.
I don't know, dude. What, 16 years from now?
That's not a long time at all,
That
my
ain't
friend.
shit, you dumbass.
Fucking
How old are you now? A blink of an eye, you're at this age, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But we shall see. We just gotta get ready, boys.
Yesterday I was in 2nd grade.
Just yesterday, I was a
I
wee
still-
lad.
I still feel like I have a mentality of a 15-year-old sometimes.
And be
Yeah.
like,
Like, what am I doing this? Why am I doing adult things? I'm 15.
Right? Sometimes I don't want to do shit. I'm like, man, I can just go fucking live with my grandma again.
Yeah, I just want someone pay for everything. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired of this shit, honestly.
Fuck
But
it. Goddamn. Give me a break.
Let's see
Give
where.
me a fucking break.
I'm tired of it, boys. I really am too.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Hey,
We
Elon,
just
I'm
gotta-
kinda- dude.
We just gotta stick together and try to make sure that we're all good. Our families are good. Anyone
fine.
listening to this, make sure your family's
safe.
good. Fuck the internet. People are people. No
I don't
one's
go on
fucking
that shit.
perfect. Trump supporter or not. Like, just have some fucking compassion and fucking sympathy,
Some
people.
human decency.
Yeah, we're all fucking humans at the
Start
end.
off on the fucking right foot. Like, an eye for an eye leaves the entire fucking world blind. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a reason why that shit's been like as old as fucking balls. Like,
What do you
Balls
think
are old.
the Roman Empire has fallen? I don't know if that's what they did, but I'm just saying.
We need to handle our problems through
saying that.
democracy.
Well, on average, what does it look like? They say empires tend to fall after like a century,
I think it's like 3 centuries.
like a century to 3 centuries on average.
How
We're
long is a
definitely in
century?
that fucking timeline. Let's just say that. If
we're
you
still
the
young.
U.S. empire, no. We're pretty much in that ripe age.
No,
where
yeah,
all
we're-
empires
dude.
fall. Yeah.
The
How old
next
is America?
empire, me. I'm gonna be the king of the world.
How old is America?
Warlord Undress, bro. The second the government falls, Undress will fucking claim Florida as his own and start his fucking war. From there on
America?
out.
And then I'll conquer the world, and then the national anthem will be like the Donkey Kong theme.
Fucking weird and parody. Say it
United
right
States is
fucking right, Mom.
244 years
we get
old.
rid of all we get rid of all vehicles. It's nothing but DeLoreans. It's just like fuck it. Dude.
Now we're all gonna transport ourselves in barrels. They're not gonna be any DeLoreans left, my friend.
Nah, dude. I'm gonna make
Roll out.
DeLorean. We're gonna make DeLoreans.
I'm gonna turn the world into a DeLorean factory.
Yeah.
Like a DeLorean.
It's about that time I got my DeLorean.
Same.
Hell, I
Been
don't know
dreaming
you
about
guys
that shit for
saw,
so long.
But Elon Musk became the richest man in the
Oh
world.
yeah. Get fucked, Jeff Bezos.
How?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's.
Literally
I
how?
How?
I saw.
Yeah.
I saw a
Wasn't
meme.
that in debt?
I
Wasn't
saw it
that
in a
like
meme,
all
but-
Isn't he in Mars?
Is he-
Did you say isn't he in Mars? I
He,
don't know.
they put that he
No,
was
man,
the
there's
richest.
no human being in Mars.
They put that he was the richest or whatever.
But
and
he's
then
trying to
goes,
make
"Hmm,
that shit like livable over there.
That's his goal.
You think he's gonna go? I don't think he's gonna go.
I definitely think he's gonna go.
Maybe when he's like 60. He's like, all right, I'm done living on Earth.
No,
I think he'll send like a bunch of people first, and then he'll go.
Test it on them.
No, yeah, he's not
Like,
gonna go
yeah,
first.
you go. I'll be there late. I'll meet you there.
Elon Musk is an alien that hate a human,
That ate a human?
just like Attack on Titan.
Fucking
That's how
maybe,
we
dude.
got Elon Musk.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be real. Like okay. I like people like Elon Musk in a sense because like it is important to
I
have
like his
people like
cars.
that. It's important to have people like that in the world because you want to believe that humanity has like a goal, right? Like human nature. You want to have like a vision, right? That we
Yeah.
want to accomplish together.
Like going
You
to
know?
the moon and shit.
Like going to the moon, you know, because like nowadays, you know, the world is so divided. Shit, our own country is so divided. So many different ideas, so many different ideologies. People are wasting so much energy on certain things that don't necessarily help anyone. It's nice to have people like Elon Musk who has like one of those visions that you know a lot of humanity could get on board with, which is get the fuck out of here. You know, like
I'm with it, bro.
that's one of the goals of humanity, right? Like we don't want to stay on this planet forever. Shit, we
Yeah.
can't.
We can't.
stay-
We literally
stay
can't.
on this
Just fucking
planet
stick to
forever.
the ground eventually.
Roger wants to see
So-
aliens. Dude.
Yeah, it's really important to have people like Elon Musk that think that way and use their power to get us out of here someday. And whether or not it'll happen in our lifetime, or his lifetime, you know, people like him are the ones that,
Put the
You
step
know.
further.
yeah, they set it. They set it in motion. And dude, this is the first
Like the
first
voice in
person
motion.
with a private company to send people to space.
Not like
Dude.
government.
That's fucking insane. That is fucking crazy, man. That is some insane shit. Like
What's
a
it called,
non-government, yeah, SpaceX, a non-government entity sending people to space, bro.
That's pretty crazy.
That's fucking crazy, man. I don't know. Well, think what you will of Elon Musk. I honestly don't understand how the fuck he got richer than Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos.
same.
I have to
Tesla,
assume
dude.
I
Tesla.
thought
I
he was
can't
a
believe
bad
Tesla's
man.
making that much money. Like it's crazy. Is he?
A
I don't
lot
know.
of- A lot of people buy those cars, man.
Dude,
A lot of people
debt-
have those.
I've been
Debt-
seeing them more often, like even in, like around my neighborhood.
But I'm
Debt
trying
is
to think
fucking
everybody-
arbitrary to fucking rich people.
I'm
bro.
trying to think like rich
means
people are
nothing.
always in debt. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, rich people are always in debt. Like that's actually a very common thing. They're in debt, but none of it matters because they don't need liquid assets. They're rich off of their properties and like
Sick.
like their IPs and stuff like that. Like that's what makes them so rich. It's not like liquid money you have in your hand. No, that's not how being a fucking rich person works. Like Jeff Bezos doesn't have $1 trillion coming out of his asshole. Like that's not how it
We
works. But yeah. So it's all arbitrary. It's weird. I'm not an economist, but I know that much at least. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I would have never guessed that the man like sending people to space somehow became richer than the dude that's fucking making trade all over the fucking world. Like how the
Wasn't
fuck
he
is
also
that
making like the
possible?
biggest fucking tunnel, like underground? Like,
Underground,
fucking
yeah.
highway?
I saw Casey Neistat went through it.
She was fucking.
I didn't even know about that.
Me neither.
That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
it was like 2 years ago, dude.
He was starting it
Mole
like from his
people, bro.
fucking like parking lot.
Yeah,
He was starting from his
I'm-
parking lot.
I'm-
Fuck,
I'm
just
pretty
Where
sure
does
it's
it
in
lead
LA.
to?
Yeah,
What does
it's
it lead
in LA.
to?
it's
Casey
like a
Neistat went through the hole, and then the car itself under, like it has bumpers, so like when it hits the
like
walls
Audi.
and stuff, it doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. It only goes up to like 40 miles per hour or something like that though, or 60. It doesn't go very fast on the tunnel.
Still.
Yeah,
he was
avoiding
saying,
the traffic.
what's the point of making like hovering cars? Because it's like not very feasible, especially if it's like through helicopter, like through like fan things, because they're really loud. So
Yeah.
he said, "Fuck it, we'll just go down instead, make a bunch of highways on the ground where we have way more space." It's way
So
more
shit, I was
Can't do
built
that shit
underground.
down here though in Florida.
No, you can't.
Florida.
swamp, dude. Well, you're gonna fucking drown.
Yeah,
You can
submarine
make
car.
underground. You can make water cars like.
Half these streets in Hialeah still got potholes in it. We're gonna talk about
True.
going underground and fucking
fucking-
driving there. The streets are not even fixed.
That's true. There's one like by the
Avoid
Opalaka
construction,
airport. Yeah. The Opalaka airport, like by there's like potholes and potholes.
Dude,
and
that
bunch of
fuck,
roads,
dude.
bro.
Every time I come home from Roger's house, I had to take that route,
Yeah.
and holy shit, that pothole sometimes still gets me every fucking
It gets
time.
me. It used to
Right
get
by
me
the
all the
airport.
time.
Oh my fucking god.
I actually went inside that airport the other day on a Postmates delivery. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
getting
How'd
a
it go?
building there.
I've been
I'll
there.
go
Dude,
inside
how'd
the
you get in
airport
there?
take a shortcut.
How'd I get
to,
in
like,
there?
get
I
to my-
fucking parked somewhere and then some dude was like, "Hey, where you going?" I'm like, Postmates." And he's like, I'm like, he's like, where'd they tell you to drop it off? I'm like, I don't know, fucking front desk. And then he just pointed me to the front desk. And it was like really fancy in there.
yeah,
Yeah, it was nice.
it's like a private training facility, right?
Yeah, it was
Did you
sick.
get
Flying
tipped
planes.
good, or didn't tip you shit?
Dude, I actually, let me check. I don't remember what I fucking ordered.
How much did those
Yeah,
motherfuckers at the Air Force tip?
Bro, let me see. Motherfuckers don't be tipping on Postmates that often. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of fucking tired
That's what I'm
of that shit.
saying.
Uber
DoorDash,
Eats
man, you
low-key-
have to dip. You
Yeah,
have to.
Uber Eats, you have to pay, tip too.
It was a fucking giant order too. Can't remember what it was.
Damn.
That's
Any,
probably why he
any
didn't tip. He's like, man, I wasted so much.
Yeah, he
money."
already wasted all the money.
Yeah,
He didn't have enough money for a tip.
That's the thing is that these like delivery apps have gotten so fucking expensive that
Yeah.
it's super. Because I've obviously done like some Postmates as well myself, and like it is frustrating as fuck how few people actually tip
Dude, it's annoying.
on these apps. But it's also like these fucking apps are expensive. To
Yeah,
use,
I
man.
actually
They
said this
really
year I'm
fucking-
not gonna use Uber Eats. I'm gonna try not to at least for
I
as
don't
long
use
as
that shit at
possible.
all.
Let's see how long I go.
Yeah.
So far,
They
7 days.
really fucking dig into your pockets just from ordering it. So like, I
Dude.
can't be like too angry at people for not tipping, but it's also like,
Bro, if you're gonna
It-
fucking
it
order, you know
sucks
what it
when, like,
costs. Cause
almost
give me a
everyone is
motherfucking
tipping,
tip.
It's true.
yeah. No, it is crazy. Like, I don't know, man. That's just how it is. That's
I
just
think
how it is.
in Uber Eats they raised the like delivery fee a bit. I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
but like here, like I remember like by my job it was like $1. Now it's
And
like
now they have a
do something.
membership plan that if you spend $10 a month or something like that, every delivery is like free, basically.
ooh.
Every
Yeah, the delivery being free
I
means
think so.
nothing, bro. Literally, that shit is like the biggest scam that they.
Yeah, 'cause they still give you, like, a
free
service
delivery. Because
Yeah, I
the
know.
real,
I've
the
seen the
real
bill.
charge comes from the fucking service fee and all the other random bullshit in there. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Jesus
you
Christ.
save like $1 at best off the fucking free delivery fee. It's such a whack ass little fucking ad campaign that they're doing with that shit. It's annoying.
It's just a fucking scam. Let's
but I mean,
fucking
dude,
chips.
these motherfuckers like Jeff Bezos got so rich over this whole quarantine. Well, one of the good reasons for sure was because of these delivery apps, right? Because
Oh
like
yeah.
because of quarantine, everyone's at home. They don't want to go to restaurants, and restaurants are like closed down for business. Like on the inside, you can't eat in a lot of them. Like obviously it only meant more money for the rich people, right? Like Jeff Bezos and Uber Eats just got so much more business, and in fact, so much so that they're buying Postmates. Uber Eats is literally
Find it
buying
better.
Postmates now. Yeah. So now Postmates is just under Jeff Bezos' control too. Shit, motherfucker's gonna go after DoorDash next at this fucking rate, you know?
Uber
This
Eats.
motherfucker's uncle really is to own everything.
Jeff
It really
Bezos
is
owns
to own-
Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
I didn't know it was Amazon.
I
Yeah.
think they bought them out a while ago.
They don't want to tell you, man, so they don't fucking realize it's a goddamn monopoly and all that shit. I'm
Dude,
tired
they
of
own
everything
everything.
being a goddamn monopoly.
That's America.
Look what it's
Terrible
doing.
game.
Look what it's done
I never
to
actually played.
look what it's done to all the things we love over these past few years, like fucking Twitch with the DMCA's. They're owned by Amazon too. Fucking
Oh.
Jeff Bezos owns Twitch too.
Oh, they've been on
Speaking-
Amazon. I mean,
Yeah,
Twitch.
Speaking of Twitch, dude, the PogChamp has been deleted.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That was good. That was part of my point. Like when everything gets
I'll be the new
monopolized, it all gets
PogChamp.
ruined because all these things are so controlled now. Remember, like back in the day,
Fucking
how
watch his
free,
face.
remember back in the day how free shit like YouTube was, where YouTube was just this awesome platform
Sneezing
for
Panda.
creating, and people could do
Dude.
whatever they want. Now everything gets censored, everything gets controlled, everything gets fucking reamed with ads, everything gets filtered, and yeah, that's the thing is that now they're owning so much shit. As these companies get bigger, you can't avoid this. Like now, it's so much harder to avoid this mass censorship and control. It's so fucking annoying, man. You can't avoid it unless you fucking put money into it. Like
We'll
you
get
have
censored
to,
eventually too.
yeah, that's inevitable. The shit that we're gonna be talking about, we're gonna get censored too. Like
We
there's
get censored
like,
left and
there's
right,
no
I'm
way-
sure.
There's as far as algorithms go, we're probably already being censored.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I mean, I when I post the videos, I put not made for kids, and I know that's
Yeah.
just fucking us over, but
I mean, literally, when I wrote that title,
Don't let your
for
kids watch the
episode 10,
rated
what
ones.
was it? First kisses and minty blowjobs. You can't put blowjobs in your fucking title and expect to not get fucking fucked.
Alright, that video is popping off. Everyone go listen to episode 10. Episode 10 is fucking dope. Yeah,
Like and
everyone should
subscribe.
go listen to that.
Yeah.
It's
Pause
only
this
the best,
one.
but that's only
Go
'cause
to
we're in the
episode 10.
car. Yeah,
I don't
okay,
know,
finish this one.
dude.
That
I-
type of algorithmic, shadowing, like shadow banning, you know what they call it. That type of stuff won't affect us yet because we're obviously a very small podcast. But like, if we were to be bigger podcasters, right, and you were to upload something with literally blowjob written out in the title on YouTube, you're gonna
Wow,
get
Roger, episode 10 is gonna get censored now.
you're gonna get gutted. No, it will eventually. It will get like hurt, right? But that's just how it is, man. And as
That's our
these
most
companies
popular
get
video.
bigger and more powerful, and they just start buying everything, this is gonna be everywhere. It's everywhere. You can't avoid this shit anymore.
no,
Remember just 5 years ago when the internet felt free to us and we were like actually having fun and doing whatever the fuck we wanted on the internet? Dude, that's like already a relic of the past already.
and the worst part is that the world is so reliant on this, and everybody's so reliant on everything that's controlled at this point. Like it's kind of crazy. Like no one like builds their own stuff, like renew stuff anymore. No one
Yeah.
knows how to cook because of Uber
The
Eats.
boot
No one knows how
on
to
our
do
necks
shit.
is only getting fucking heavier by the day. That's all it is. It's getting heavier and heavier, and when the economy crashes, and like the average person can't depend on themselves anymore, and all the rich people only got insanely richer and insanely more powerful, guess what happens? We all become dependent on them. We all become dependent on these systems that they're laying out in place before our very eyes. You're seeing it with Uber Eats, delivery system for literally everything. You're seeing it with Amazon itself, delivering everything to your fucking door. You know, with Google, you know, you get to places using Google. You find any information using Google. Literally, your entire lives are going to be dependent on people that only thrived off of a global crisis, and everyone else got fucked by it.
And,
You
the,
know,
and the worst
everyone
part
else
is
got
they
fucked.
don't see a problem with it. Like Google doesn't see a problem with it. They're like,
They
no,
don't
it's
care.
fine. We're gonna help you. We're Google. Why are you so mad that we got control of everything? We do everything so nicely. Look at us. We have like 4 colors in our logo.
4 colors. You could trust
Look
us.
at the art that we put on our search engine.
Yeah, we every year
I
we.
hate that fucking thing when I click on it. Oh my fucking god, does it trigger me?
Really?
God damn.
I like it different every once in a while.
I say I
Fuck
got you,
you.
man, but they got you.
Robert is Google now.
I can't stand when I fucking click on that fucking piece of shit thing and it takes me away to somewhere else. Stop doing that, Google. Don't make it hyperlink. Just do your little art.
And then think about it, like if everything you do is over the internet, Like everything you do is over the internet. Everything you do is like can be monitored. Everything you do can be monitored. Everything you do can be traced. Every little thing is. It's not private anymore. You kind of lose.
Never was private.
Incognito mode is not really
And
incognito.
yeah, you're right. To a degree, it definitely wasn't private, but it's only getting worse, right?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
the
of
boot,
course.
like I said, the boot is only getting heavier and bigger on your fucking neck. And let's say the worst comes and the economy crashes, like actually crashes, and we're talking like fucking breadlines type of shit where it doesn't matter how much money you have, your money doesn't mean shit if you can't eat. Your money don't mean shit if food ain't making it to your table, right? Bro, these systems that have been getting developed for the past 20 years of transportation, like information, just every little bit, every little thing that we rely on, it's only going to give them a bigger opportunity to take more control. And then we'll be looking at a fucking dystopian ass future. So we can only pray that in the future the economy doesn't crash. Like that's like our biggest fear, you know.
Yeah.
I remember that was one thing that I actually liked about Trump when the whole coronavirus crisis was happening. He said very clearly the cure, what is it? The solution cannot be worse than the actual crisis that we're yeah. Like the solution cannot be worse than what's happening, like than the disease. It cannot be, because yes, if you save lives by doing like extreme lockdowns, right? That's a good thing. Like you're saving lives, right? But if you crash the economy with these lockdowns, a lot more people are gonna die. A lot more people are gonna die.
Through Uber Eats, Roger?
Yeah, let's say Uber
No,
Eats.
oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, what are the odds Uber Eats?
So yeah, that was the one message I like definitely agree with to some degree. Like the solution cannot be worse than the disease. It cannot be. Like if we cannot be willing to straight up crash the economy over this, because we will die. We will all die. No one will be safe if the economy crashes. Like look at the Great Depression back then. You know, that was brutal. How do you think the Great Depression would go about nowadays with this many more people, like this much of a bigger population and this much of a bigger dependent population full of sick, obese fucking
We all
people?
depend on money, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the economy were to crash today, oh my fucking god, it would be horrendous. Especially with all
Think about it.
like,
Nobody
civil
grows their own
conflict.
fucking food in their backyard. If you don't got money, you can't go to a grocery store and buy some goddamn food. Back in
Yeah.
the day, you just fucking go to your backyard, grab some tomatoes and potatoes, and fuck it, you had a potato salad. At least you have food in your goddamn stomach.
Yeah. That's why, man. We can only pray that the economy don't crash, man. That's the only thing we can pray for. If that shit were to happen, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it would look. It would be really fucking bad. That's for sure.
Oh, starving.
And you guys know that this last year, like during the start of the virus, there was like record breaking gun sales, like just record breaking gun sales. People were buying
yeah.
guns in like larger numbers in like history, in American history. It was crazy how many
And
people have
suicidal
guns
rates were
now.
up. You know what they were using
Yeah.
those guns for?
Yeah, well, maybe, but yeah, no, definitely with the lockdown. People don't talk about this enough, but like the lockdowns also increase suicides and depression and mental illness and all these things and addictions, and it causes other problems too. Like it's not this like clear and cut solution. Like because I know a lot of people will say like to argue against like the way that Trump has handled the virus is that they'll be like, we just didn't lock down hard enough. We should have locked down harder, and then they just ignore all the other problems that come with lockdowns. Obviously, you know, because it's very easy. Like the whole hindsight is 2020 thing, dude. It's like it's a pandemic.
It's
like,
easy
no
for
one has the
people
answer.
who don't like actually struggle and can work from home and can like. Fortunately for like me, Gene, and Robert, and Andresto that still has a job. Like you obviously got fucked this year, last year, Andrew. But like for us or like people like in our situation that like can't work from home, it's easy. Yeah,
Well,
let's stay fucking home. Doesn't
I
matter.
don't work from home, but I work at work.
Yeah, exactly. But you
But
didn't
I
lose
could
your
still
job.
work. Like
Exactly.
I didn't lose my job. I didn't stop going to work. I still
Yeah, but they
work.
could have easily just said, "Oh, all stores have to close down," and we
They
would've
could have,
fine.
but it didn't happen.
home.
We
Yeah.
apparently have really good lawyers, and we're like, nah, fuck you, we're staying open. So we stayed open.
That's crazy. I don't know how the fuck your company pulled that off, because I know Whitmer went on a rampage. That was
He
why.
did.
That was why. What was it? That fucking place got fucking raided earlier
Lansing.
by Republicans. Like it was because of Whitmer. She was extending lockdowns against a Supreme Court order. She literally defied the Supreme Court order to have more fucking lockdowns and more all this shit. Dude, I'm actually amazed that your company managed to stay open in spite of all that shit.
Shout
especially
out
with
really
Sherwin
good
Williams.
lawyers. The excuse that somebody told one of my coworkers told me, he says like, it could be, I don't know, but he's like, this is to tell people, it's just like we are essential because we provide business, we we help essential businesses. So
Hate is
I was
hate.
just like, I don't know, but now we sell masks and hand sanitizer. I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
the argument, yeah, that's how people stay open is that they have to be considered an essential business, right? And I
Yeah.
guess for a place like Sherwin, it would make sense because that's why Home Depot managed to stay open as well.
Yeah.
It's because it's they went along with the argument where it's like if people need to repair their homes, right, their shelter, they're considered an essential business.
Yeah,
you know?
if you
So I guess that's how Sherwin got away with that argument for sure. The same route as Home Depot, any home goods or home construction type of place.
They only closed down one store, and that was in Detroit, but it didn't even last that long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, there you go, man.
my job didn't have no issues. We just fucking work from home.
So, Robert, you technically work for like Apple, kind of, right? In
I
a
work
way.
for Teleperformance, who's fucking contracted by Apple. Apple contracts a bunch of different other companies as well. It's not just my company.
Yeah.
You didn't drink the apple juice?
So to basically prove basically the point I was saying, 3 out of the 5 people in this fucking podcast work for tech. They literally work for the biggest tech companies in the world. Like Roger and Gene work for Google. I used to work for Google, but I got fired from that place. Robert works technically for Apple, and well, Andres doesn't work for it, but
And
that
work
goes to show you, man.
another company that's just like a call center.
Yeah, that goes to show you, man. People are only going to become more and more dependent on these companies that are only getting way richer off of these global crises, you know. And if everything goes to shit, well, there's nowhere to run.
Well, what the fucking you gonna do?
That's why
Learn
we
how
gotta
to
make
make
a
bows and
farm.
arrows.
We gotta make a farm. You.
Dude, I was thinking about this today. Houseboats.
Houseboats?
Like I was
I
literally
have a
thinking
boat
about
in
this
my
today.
house.
I was literally thinking, I'm like, dude. When I was getting Little Caesars because I got the Little Caesars gift card for Christmas. And I was like, sick, dude, whatever. And I was just driving.
Damn,
and I'm
what
like,
the fuck? Little Caesars has gift cards?
so I was driving, and I'm like,
Give that shit to Roger next time. He likes
what
those.
if we get like 2 houseboats and we just live off like the water?
I'm down to be a fucking pirate, dude. I was born
Dude,
to be
I
a
was just
pirate.
like, dude,
I already got a pirate
fish.
tattoo, so I'm ready. Roger has a pirate tattoo too. We're in it.
Bro,
I got pirate
we have to
skin.
be so prepared for like pirate ship battles because we can't be the only ones with that type of idea. You know, we're gonna eventually fight some fucking Somalian pirates out there. Yeah, that'll be a battle.
Archie blows!
We'll just have to get buff. Get buff, get cannons.
Yarg! They took our land! We're in the water now.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, pirate battles are so badass when you think
I
about
fucking
it.
love pirates.
That shit is badass.
I
bro.
want to be a pirate. That's why I even got this tattoo in the first place. I want to be a pirate.
Bro, there's nowhere to run.
You fucking drunk all the time.
Yo,
You
you're
are
on
Lucy
that big
Goosey
blue
and
sea.
shit.
The freest
You're
people
that
on the
big
planet,
blue
dude.
sea, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
First meet Roger, drop the anchor.
Drop the anchor. Hoist the platter. I almost said hoist the platter. Hoist the platter. I want my platter.
Yeah, moisty.
Hoist it. I want my oysters on my platter.
I don't know, the idea
Yeah.
of just like fucking shooting cannonballs at another ship and then like fucking raiding their ship and jumping
Hell
on that
yeah.
shit. That shit is just
Looting.
crazy.
Slinging throats, fucking.
Looting.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit is so savage. It's so savage and just like gruesome that like the weirdest
Pirates are
tactics would
terrible.
work. They're terrible. They're
That's
terrible.
how they even rape the women. They fuck everything up.
They did whatever the
Pirates
fuck they
are
wanted.
fucking- Yeah, they're
Bro.
free as fuck.
They lived in
Kind
sin.
of scary.
These
Kinda
people are
scary.
so crazy and scary that like
What is-
what were the tales of Blackbeard? This motherfucker would unironically light his beard on fire. He would light his beard on fire to
Arr.
intimidate you. These motherfuckers are so deluded and psychopathic and violent that this man, when he would go into battle with swords and life on the line, he said, "I gotta light this fucking beard on
He looked
fire."
at them dead in the eyes and he said, "You want to see what I can do?"
He's
That shit is crazy.
wanna see how
I'ma
tough
do
I
that
am?
shit, dude.
Think
I'm
about
gonna
it. You're
get
not gonna
like-
get punched in the face if your fucking beard's on fire.
That's true, dude. You don't
That-
fuck
that-
with beers
Just
on
like
fire.
you're not gonna get your ass.
And if you
beat,
got a
you're
long
gonna
ass beard, like that shit will, let's say pretty distant, I guess.
Yeah, it's manly,
Fire
like, it's
beard?
manly.
There's two ways
manly.
you can't lose a fight. If you light your beard on fire, or if you take off all your clothes. Who's actually gonna get near you if you're naked?
Fight naked, that's true.
Who's gonna fight you naked? That's the best way to get out of a fight.
You fight a naked
What up,
person,
motherfucker? Take everything off.
you know
Give me my
that
pants.
Like
You
in
don't fight me
fucking
with my teeth,
in Trailer Park Boys, where Randy takes off his pants.
Oh, yeah, but that's just
It's
it's optimal, honestly. If I'm wearing fucking jeans and I gotta fight someone in the middle of the street, I might take
No,
my
yeah.
motherfucking jeans off.
I'm gonna be like,
Dude,
yo,
you know
hold
how I
up.
know?
Let me make these jorts real quick, bitch.
You know how I know that's an effective fucking strategy? That literally just brought up one of my bad memories. Roger and
Who
I.
took off their clothes?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Roger and I used to play basketball together all the time. Like we were some basketball fiends in like middle and early high school. Bro, we used to like play with these college guys, close to our school, like where we would live. And there was this one guy. I won't say his name, but holy fuck, it was always up to me to defend this, like to guard
Sweaty
against
fat
him.
guy with no
He was
shirt.
yeah, he was always the guy to go shirtless, right?
Yeah, it was fat as
Yeah.
fuck.
But
He had titties.
on top of him always being shirtless, this was the sweatiest motherfucker in
Oh my
the
God.
history of
Disgusting.
humanity.
That man was
He
slippery.
Dude,
That was slippery.
he was so fucking
That's
sweaty,
fucking nasty, dude.
and that's why I say that shit is a strap, bro.
Oh,
It
yeah.
made me not
That's
want to
just
fucking
nasty.
guard him. I didn't want to guard his ass.
I don't want to touch you.
I was like, dude, get off of me, because I'm telling you, bro. Anytime we made any contact, especially, you could see it on
Sorry,
my
you fucking
clothes.
stink.
My fucking entire shirt would just be drenched, dude.
That's
like just
gross.
like clean.
I would have told him he's a
wet
nasty ass
white-
motherfucker.
Dude, I couldn't say it. I didn't have the fucking.
We were too young. We were too young.
I was too young, man. I was too young. But dude,
But in
No.
today's day and age, we're the college motherfuckers. We'll be like, yo, bitch, put a goddamn shirt on, you nasty fuck.
dude,
I
that's
see your
why I
tits.
believe-
Put a
that's
bra
why-
on at least.
That's
Nasty
why I
ass.
believe in the shirtless strats and the fucking black beard, light your beard on fire strat, bro. The psychological impact, bro, it matters. I could not guard this guy because I didn't want to touch him. I didn't want to.
Dude, it's actually crazy. Now that I'm thinking about psychological things before a fight, I remember in Jersey Shore, when Mike the Situation was about to fight Ronnie. We all know who Ronnie is. Ron, stop. That guy. He was about to fight him, and Ronnie's a big guy. He's a way bigger guy, and they were in Italy. And he was like, "You want to come at
Oh, I
me?"
know.
Mike was like, "You want to come at me? Come at me! Come at me!" And he he goes against the wall, starts hitting his head against the wall,
I
right?
remember that.
Like
I
a
saw that.
madman, like a fucking madman. And in my head, I'm like, okay, he's making it seem like he's over the top crazy. He got nothing to lose. He will win the fight, right? Bro, the walls in Italy are made out of concrete. He
Oh,
got himself
yeah.
in a concussion. He literally fell to the floor before the fight even started.
Oh, my fault.
That was
That
the
was
funniest
funny
fuck.
as
Yo, you
I
wanna
thought it
hit
was
me, hit
drywall.
me.
You never
Ah.
want to fight a crazy person.
I think I remember that.
Fucking willing
Yeah,
to-
I
thought-
wouldn't fight no one crazy. You don't
Yeah,
fight
is that
people
what
who
they
have
call
Nissan
toxic
Altimas.
masculinity? Is that what toxic masculinity is?
It is actually back. Yeah, that is
Back in
toxic.
the
Like,
day,
masculinity.
yeah,
so,
it was.
yeah,
Those are
that
all
guy had
roids,
so
though.
much testosterone.
Yeah, he had too much
Like,
testosterone in his
holy
body.
I guess
You
there
don't
is such a
fight.
thing as
You
too
don't
much
fight crazy
testosterone.
people. Need people in Nissan Altimas or people who wear white Air Force Ones, especially if they're dirty white Air Force Ones because they really have nothing to lose. Those motherfuckers will get you. Those motherfuckers will fuck you up.
They want
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
Dude,
For
And
me,
they'll laugh
dude,
at you while they
pocket
do it,
sand.
wait, I want to
Pocket
make
sand,
this point.
fuck.
The intimidation is not just a factor, but the dude that I was guarding, not only did he have the intimidation factor with the sweat, this man had a physical advantage with the sweat. Like I think Roger said it earlier,
Disgusting.
slippery. Bro, okay, imagine a dude that's pretty chunky, right? Like he's not a lean guy. He's pretty chunky, and
He
he's
had
not
tits, man.
he's not the most agile guy. I was more agile than him, right? That was my only advantage. I was more agile. I was young, fast,
You were young.
spry. I had it all going for me.
Spry.
This motherfucker, he was suddenly agile. You know why? Because friction meant nothing to this man. Freaking slide through me. He literally just, dude,
The
when he-
wind would just slip through him. Like,
when he wanted to fucking make the fucking goal and he wanted to just run at the basketball and I was in his way and I was making physical contact because bro, I was trying. Like I tried my ass off on defense and I tried to like get in his way. It didn't matter, bro. He just fucking lubed up past me. He literally just
Lubed
glided
up.
past me. There was nothing I could do, bro. He slipped past me and he was suddenly 10 times more agile than I could fucking dream of being. It was crazy, man. There was no keeping up. That was the physical advantage too, man. That shit ain't fair, bro. That shit is not fair.
was like a
Goddamn,
double
shit
swoop.
versus skins.
I,
This man, and you might consider this man genetically like,
Superior?
screwed. No, genetically screwed.
What?
He's
Superior.
genetically superior, bro. That is superiority right there, bro. That's them genes working in your favor, bro.
It's true.
Straight up.
He used his weakness into
survival?
his greatest asset. He's like, I'm fat and sweaty, but I'm gonna fucking juke your ass with my sweat.
Slippery, sliding motherfucker.
I
Like
couldn't
a
keep up,
slippery
man.
snake.
That was too powerful.
Dude, I had a fucking friend like that. Like, he was physically fit, but he sweat like a motherfucker, dude. And like, I would try to tackle him when we play tackle football, and I would just like slide down his body. Yeah, because he was just so sweaty. I'm like, this is gross.
Men are nasty.
Men are nasty.
True. We also smell bad.
You don't see fucking women fucking slippery,
Dude,
sliding.
my fucking girlfriend smells good all the time, and I'm like, how do you
It's
do
a
it?
beautiful fucking thing, right? My girlfriend
Bro,
always
women
she
smell
got the
better. Women
lotions,
smell better.
I don't know, man.
because they actually care,
Ever into that shit, dude.
That's
They
also
care.
probably like nature made them adapt that way, so we're attracted to them.
and they have such gentle bodies.
You think
That's
testosterone?
research.
You think testosterone just naturally makes you smellier?
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
actually looked this up.
Actually,
My fucking nuts
with
must-
with pigs. Pigs, when you buy them to like eat, for example, we're talking about pigs
the
earlier.
smellier the pig.
Usually, you wanna what is that called when you neuter? You wanna neuter the pig, like really
So
young,
their meat doesn't stink.
so their
up.
meat doesn't stink up when you eat them.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah,
That
man.
makes sense.
Wait, so every pig I've eaten has gotten neutered?
Most likely,
Fuck.
especially if you eat them here.
So wait,
Cute.
wouldn't they be less meaty though, with less testosterone?
Maybe,
No,
but
fattier,
they're
fuck,
just
dude.
fattier. But still, it tastes better and it'll smell less bad if
Interesting.
if you
So the
neuter the pig.
trade-off of cutting off the testosterone is worth having fattier meat.
Yeah, it'll
or
just
fattier
it'll be better
Yeah,
tasting meat in general than if you leave the testosterone on.
You don't want just like hard like meat eater. Like
Yeah, you don't want like super muscly meat either
Well,
to
some
eat.
people do.
Well,
Well, I'm not saying like musclier. I just figured it'd
I
be
think
more
it's-
muscle, not like more muscle density, like in total. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
nah, but
Would
yeah,
it be good to eat a
I didn't know
strong
that
pig?
the muscles itself would be tougher.
Yeah, it would be right if it's denser.
maybe. What were you saying, Gene?
They're like, let's say like the pig got really strong and lean. Would it be tasty or the fatter it is that it actually is tasty?
I'm pretty sure. It's the
Fattier,
fat.
bro. Come on.
Dude,
I mean,
dude,
yeah, I
that
get
makes
it.
sense.
Because
That's why,
fat,
that's
but
why they
like,
cut off the testicles. Then, if it's fatty, if it tastes better on top of not having to sweat, the
Yeah.
fattierness makes them taste better. Then it makes sense all
Yeah.
around.
Oh,
That was a pretty big thing in like for meat.
it's making me disgusted with pigs right now. My stomach is in a swirl. I'm not.
I mean,
gonna
there's a
lie, this is
reason
nasty.
why some religions, you don't eat that shit. But
Oh,
it's
What's
tasty.
the religion you don't eat cow? Because the motherfuckers reincarnating cows.
Well, I know that Jewish people have like a certain way of eating.
Oh
meat.
hell yeah, they do kosher.
I forgot
Kosher.
kosher. Yeah, and I know that what is it? Muslims and
I'm
Old
pretty sure
Testament
Muslims are the ones that don't
Christianity.
eat cow.
They don't eat
Yeah,
pigs.
it's like, yeah, they don't eat pigs. Like Muslims and Old Testament Christians, I'm
You see,
pretty
people eat cow.
sure don't eat.
Who
It's Hindu.
doesn't eat cow?
What happened?
isn't there like a day where you're not supposed to eat meat? Like
Yeah, Good Friday.
Yes,
Good Friday.
Yeah. You can eat fish though, from what I've heard. I don't know what that.
Long John Silver's, dude.
Long John Silver's biggest day.
That's what keeps
Biggest
them
day,
going,
Good
dude.
Friday.
We still haven't gotten a single fucking Long John Silver's order, motherfuckers.
I'm going. I'm going next
No one's
weekend.
eating there. They don't know what an order looks like.
Next week. Next week I'm going. It's literally right there. I'll just go to the drive-through. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys?
I
Long
get
John
this joke, like,
Silver.
what the fuck? And a customer? What the hell? You
A
don't get
customer?
nothing. Get the
Hell
fuck
yeah.
out here.
Just
Who
throw your
are
fucking
you?
party.
Are you sure
They're
you're an old
not
man?
even on
Like,
Uber Eats.
They're not.
Why would they? I don't know. No one would ever order
Old
from them.
people only buy
The
that
old
shit,
people.
and they don't use over.
They don't know how to use apps.
people.
They just drive in, dude. They drive in their big Escalades and they just come in like.
Spend their
I hope
whole
as I
day.
get older, I don't get dumbed down to that type of shit.
What?
Like,
They eating
not-
Long John Silver's?
No, not that. I'm not gonna fucking do that garbage. I mean, like,
oh
dumb,
yeah, like
dumb down to like old people can't order it. It's like, why the fuck not? They can't just read and press buttons. Like, sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes my mom can't figure something out. I'm like,
It's more like they're lazy about it. They don't
Yeah,
really
lazy.
care.
They don't want to learn.
I saw that today.
it's just reading.
Yeah.
I hate when people tell me how you don't know how it was. Read it. Read
They're
it.
tired, man. They're old.
They don't want to deal
No,
with that
bro.
shit. They've lived the whole fucking life of fucking figuring
Struggle.
shit out and trying to fucking survive. You think at that point they're like, man, fuck this new shit. I fucking spent my entire life figuring all that
Figuring
old
it
shit
out.
out for you just to change it up on me. And I gotta figure this shit out.
We learn new shit every day. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
the
but
other factor, you have to remember, they were young once too. And what happened when they were young? They had to deal with annoying ass old people.
Exactly.
So that is
Now they're getting back.
retribution. That is the one
I'm gonna be an
privilege you
old.
get
I'm
being
gonna
old.
probably be an annoying old motherfucker.
Same.
I'm gonna be cranky.
Nah,
I'm gonna
dude,
be
I'm
to
gonna-
myself.
I'm gonna be a
I'll
I'll
love.
probably be dead.
I'm gonna be Larry David. I've been saying it for.
I'm gonna be a very
I'm
loving
definitely gonna
old
be Larry
man.
David.
I'm gonna love my grandkids and love my children. But
You guys gotta watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. You watch
Good
Old
choice.
Gene. I fucking love that
People,
show.
Gene.
I
That
love
does.
that show so much.
That
I
is
see
what you'll
myself
probably be like. Yeah.
I see myself so much into that shit. Like I literally see myself as Larry David.
I can
There's so
definitely
many
see you as Larry
situations
David.
that I'm in that in my head, bro. I die laughing. Guys, the show's not funny. It's not a sitcom. They don't have clapping. They don't have cues for you to laugh. You know the jokes aren't even that great. But bro, there's certain situations that I'm like, yes, I agree with you, Larry David. It's fucking dumb of those people to do that. And everyone's looking at him like he's fucking crazy. And I'm like, no, they're fucking crazy. Like there was this episode where the handicap stall in a bathroom, right? So like the handicap, the normal one was occupied. What would anyone fucking do? They would go to the fucking handicap stall. You gotta take a shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't see nothing fucking wrong with it.
I do that all the
Ironically
time, yeah.
enough, as he's walking out, handicap guy in a wheelchair comes out and he's like, "Hey, the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, it was occupied. I had no choice. I had to go." He goes, "No, you wait." And it's like,
What the
"But I
fuck?
had to go." And he's like,
You
"Well,
don't
this is
wait.
my stall. It's handicapped. I'm literally in a wheelchair. Now I had to wait for you, and you were all normal. Whatever." End of the episode, it flipped it ass on him. That's what I love about the show. The formula of it is really funny. How the beginning of the episode is actually the problem at the end. Like though he'll go through many problems. Like he's always getting in trouble with everyone. But at the end, they readjust the beginning. You're like, I see what happened there. So at the end of the episode, fucking, he's about to go inside like the handicap stall, but he noticed like he was like, I'll wait, right? Because he realized in the beginning like, oh, it's wrong. The other one, the normal one, was locked, and he had to stand there and wait. Guess who fucking walks out of it? The guy in the fucking wheelchair.
In the normal
rolls
one?
out of the normal one, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to wait." And he's like, the handicap guy's like, "It was occupied. Someone was in there. I had to go." And he's like,
Nah, dude,
"You wait." No, he David looks and goes, "You wait. You fucking wait."
That's your spot, motherfucker.
That's your fucking. That's what you claimed, right, motherfucker? You couldn't share it with me. You fucking wait. I fucking love that show.
That's actually hilarious.
That's literally gonna be me. Literally, I'm gonna be Larry David. I'm just gonna be bald on top and have hair on my sides and wear my crazy glasses.
Wear
And
the
talk
same
about
shit every day.
Seinfeld.
He made Seinfeld, yeah.
Yeah, he made Seinfeld. That's the whole point of the show. Is like everyone looks at him like, "Holy fuck, it's Larry David that made Seinfeld." But in reality, in real life, no one really cares. Like
There
people
was-
care
there
he makes
was,
Seinfeld, but like it's not like, "Oh my god, look, it's Larry David down the street."
Yeah.
And the show's
There's
kind of like
a-
that, where he's like a celebrity.
There's an episode where George Costanza like meets him. It's like, why'd you make me George?
Yeah, he was
Why?
like, "I'm such an unlikable character," and literally George is Larry David. He's
I
like,
thought that
George
shit was
just looks
funny.
at him. He's like, "I am so unlikable. My character." That's when they're trying to do the Seinfeld reunion. He's like, I literally just saw that episode actually. He's like, "I'm literally a terrible character. No one's gonna believe this. I'm unlikable." I never seen Seinfeld. I don't remember.
I used to
at
watch
all.
Seinfeld all the time.
All I remember is Kramer. I didn't Jerry Seinfeld obviously, and
Just
the hot
popped
chick.
into the door.
Oh, the main cast. I remember the fucking main cast. That guy's fucking crazy in real life. The Kramer.
Oh yeah, that guy's super
Kramer's
crazy.
a fucking loony.
Jerry Seinfeld's wife stole like a cookbook from some lady, like ideas for a cookbook.
Call
or
the
some
cream
shit
puff,
like that.
please.
I don't know.
Cream puff.
I don't know. I saw it on
A
Family. It was a
cookbook.
thing on Family Guy. They're like Stewie and Jerry.
Like,
Jerry
he
Seinfeld.
just stole like the recipes from a different.
Jerry
cookbook.
Seinfeld has a funny.
No, but
ass
like
name.
like it was like somebody wrote a cookbook and she wrote the same one.
Just put
Have
it
you
in
guys
the
ever
book.
seen Jerry
Pretty
Seinfeld stand up or whatever? Like anything that he's ever done like that?
I have.
What's
but
the deal with airplane food?
Am I right? Am I right?
I haven't seen any,
fucking talk-
except for
no, I've
like
never
the
seen
end of
it,
the
yeah.
episodes of Seinfeld where he would do stand up.
Yeah, or like in the beginning, it'll show like a little skit, or like
Yeah.
he's at the thing. Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever seen of him too.
I saw
was
his
fu-
Netflix show, Comedians in Cars. That show was really
Oh
good.
yeah, I
Was
saw
it
the one
good?
with Jim
Yeah, it's
Carrey
really
in
good.
it.
You know what comedian fell off hard as a motherfucker?
Speaking of Jim Carrey, did you guys see
Oh, go ahead,
that?
bud.
Sorry, Gene, but I just
No,
have to
go
get this
ahead.
out before I forget. Basically, Jim Carrey went on the Jimmy Kimmel show and he was like trying to expose the Illuminati, and he's like,
oh, and he did this,
yeah, and he was like making fun of it, like mocking it at the same time.
and he's like, you know what it is.
He's
Jimmy.
like, you know
Don't
what
act
it
like
is,
you don't
Jimmy.
know."
You're a part of it. They
You're
pay
part of
you.
it.
He's like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? He's like, the government pays all these media companies, get us all to hate each other. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he does that, and then the crowd is like,
I never saw that.
You haven't seen it? It's because they've been hiding it,
it's
obviously.
creepy. No, it's, I saw that shit the other day. They're not hiding. It's there.
Where'd
It's just
you
creepy.
find it?
It's
I-
YouTube.
I saw
My
it.
girlfriend showed it to me on TikTok.
Oh, send
Whoa.
it to you right now, bro. That shit came out. That happened like 2-3 years ago. It was
But
when he was
basically-
on the Looney
Found
Bin.
But
it
basically,
randomly
what
searching
happened
on
was,
YouTube.
apparently, what happened was, and when they were actually recording, because you know how they recorded live, no one in the audience was laughing or anything. Like everything was like super awkward. But when they aired the show, they added laugh tracks and they added stuff to make it seem
really?
like, oh, it's really funny. Like, oh, it's like, it's just him being Jim Carrey, crazy Jim Carrey. Woo!
Yeah.
But apparently, like, no, it was like everyone was like, and he was saying like a bunch of crazy shit about the Illuminati on
mean,
Jimmy
Bro,
Kimmel.
it
If-
happened
if-
2 years ago.
So what was the implication that like the government was paying these motherfuckers to like hate each other for content or something? Was that the
So
implication?
basically, he was like saying like, oh, the government pays media companies and stuff like that to get us to like think a certain way and make us hate each other. Basically, it was what he was saying, what he was trying to get at, from what I
Oh.
saw.
That's not even like remotely surprising.
Yeah,
'cause, like,
exactly.
anyone who
Oh, it
knows,
happened, Roger. That happened 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Well, for some
Yeah,
reason, it was going
6 years
viral the
ago.
other day.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah, because
people
people
are
have the
catching on.
internet now.
people are
Yeah,
catching
people have
on.
nothing else to do, and they find it. They
But
also-
like that's not even like remotely surprising. Like again, if you look at American history and you look at government documents, a lot of people probably know this, but Project Mockingbird and Project MK Ultra are very real things that our CIA has done.
I mean, isn't
And
Marilyn
they-
Manson like a dude that literally was
He could be. He literally could be.
He
Like,
was
he could literally be a
the
government plant to
like
just
the
influence
CIA fucking basically made him brainwash people so that
people. Yeah, that's actually a part of
what?
Project. Look,
Marilyn Manson, the
Okay.
rock singer.
well,
Yeah.
there's two projects that people need to know about. Project Mockingbird, right, and Project MK Ultra. Project MK Ultra was a CIA project to attempt to master the art of brainwashing, and not just brainwashing, but also potentially brainwashing on a mass scale, right? They experimented with drugs. They experimented with media brainwashing. They experimented with literally planting celebrities. They could create a celebrity if they hired media companies to prop someone up. They could make anyone famous if they really wanted to. Because really, at the end of the day, what does it mean to be famous? It means you have likes. It means you have views. It means you're getting shared on media, right? It means people know your name. You could pay media companies to make anyone famous if you really wanted to,
no.
or you could force them to because you're the fucking CIA. What are you gonna say? We're gonna say no to the one branch of our government that has unlimited power, unlimited funding, and utmost secrecy that you can't question them. They're the most powerful fucking organization in our entire country, and they can do literally whatever they want, whenever they want, and you can't question it. You can't do anything about it. You just gotta let it slide, right? You can't say no to the CIA. So, if they really wanted to, they could create culture. They could manipulate culture. That was a part of MK Ultra. They wanted to master this art. They wanted to master brainwashing, and that is something that they did. They used to hire rock bands back in the day, like during the hippie era, like the whole LSD hippie era type of shit. They plant these people. They
Good old
literally plant these people. This is all documented, by the way, because we have a law where after a certain number of years, CIA documents have to be released, right? What they've been doing, I think it's like 50 years. They have to release, they have to declassify information,
Yeah.
and they have to declassify documents by law. The problem is that I'm telling you guys these terrifying things where they experimented on us with drugs and they experimented on us with brainwashing and stuff. They burned 70% of the documents either way. I'm only talking to you about the tiny bit we know. They still burned.
That's what they
almost
want
all
us
of
to
it.
know, basically.
Yeah, they still burned almost all of it. What
I
I'm
mean-
telling you right now is what they were okay with letting us know. So that's just one of the things that's like fucking horrifying. And then there's Project Mockingbird, right? Which is something that the CIA did, where they would force media companies to do what they told them. So there are like these conspiracies about like 9/11 and about like certain wars that we started in the Middle East,
Yeah.
they could literally tell a news anchor what to say to incite and inspire warfare or inspire whatever they want them to. The CIA has that power. They can literally be the news organizations you watch, and you think that they're just a news organization. No, but it could literally just be CIA propaganda. That was basically Project Mockingbird in a nutshell. They could tell media outlets what to say. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'm telling
we
you
don't
guys,
even have
we're
to.
dealing with some scary fucking stuff, man. And these guys have unlimited power.
We don't even
do
have to
so.
go to that big a scale. Is guerrilla marketing still like a thing? Is that illegal or is that not? Is that illegal? You guys know
What
what guerrilla,
exactly is
guerrilla marketing is? Basically where they plant someone. Like for example, they would do this where they would plant someone in a college. For example, I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Community. Maybe some of ours like.
I think I have, yeah.
Basically, there's this
heard
episode
of
where the company Subway plants someone in the college to sell all the students on Subway. They call him Subway. Like at the end of the show, they call him Subway because they realize he's a Subway plant. Like he's just there to promote Subway, but they pay him to go to school and just endlessly promote Subway the entire semester basically, and that's something.
fucking insane.
And that's something that that used to happen a lot. I'm not sure if it's still like legal or illegal. I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass. Remember, this is a
Yeah,
3 a.m.
no,
boys.
it
This
makes
is not
sense. It
fucking
makes sense
WNBC
because-
or whatever the fuck you listen
Okay,
to.
yeah. Well, none of what we're saying is 100% factual. You could research it for yourself. In fact, we always will encourage you to fact check anything we say, although we're not a fucking news outlet or anything like that. We're just doing
This is
talking
a
shit.
comedy podcast.
But it would make sense, right? Because like you'd be much more willing to trust someone
Exactly.
who you think is a natural part of your environment. It's just
Especially if you don't
nature.
think
It's really interesting. Like you guys should watch those. It's like the guy has like a whole like season about the guerrilla marketing too in that fucking show.
Yeah.
It's like he starts off as a Subway guy, and then eventually he like falls in love with like a girl in the college and had to fire him from the like being a guerrilla marketing for Subway, but then he ends up getting hired for Ford or some shit to sell like the new Ford Fusion. So he just shows up with a Ford car every fucking day to college. He's like, wow, my car is so cool. Look at this, basically type of shit.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy
Fun
though.
leather interior.
And I'm pretty sure that's called guerrilla marketing. I'm not sure I can be talking out of my ass. Like I
That,
said.
that would make sense. Just literally fucking underground fucking warfare, essentially, to promote your
Yeah.
shit, right?
So if
Doing
something like
dirty
that
shit.
exists, I can only imagine crazier shit exists.
I mean, what I'm saying, we only have 30% of what actually happened during these projects, and that was 50 years ago. That was like decades ago, right? God knows what the fuck they're capable of doing now. God knows what they've been doing ever since then with this much power. And these new tools, they have Google, they have social media nowadays. Bro, they have infinite more tools to work with now and infinite more knowledge and experience. God knows what the fuck these motherfuckers have been up to over these last few decades. It is terrifying to even think what they're capable of at this point, right?
Yep.
In terms of like psychological warfare and psychological manipulation, and even on a mass scale. And it goes to show you, there's this very interesting project. I was watching this in a documentary, but in France, I think it was a village in France, a very long time ago. This is when they were initially experimenting with LSD, when LSD was like a new drug.
Put in the fucking
There was-
cell or something.
I'm pretty sure it's in France. Don't quote me on this. I'm fairly certain it's in France. It was during like the war ages, like there was a war going on. There was this tiny village in France where everyone in the village was convinced that they basically got visited by like a demon, or they were being cursed, like the village was being cursed, because very large number of people woke up one night, like we're experiencing like mass hallucinations, hysteria, death, tragedy, like seeing fucking crazy shit. Like they would wake up in the middle of the night and see like demons, witches, like fucking animals killing them, fucking
Sounds like a
ripping them
typical
left and right.
Tuesday for me.
And it's like, when you look at history books and like like folklore, people will say like, oh, it's like an evil night of the year, like the fucking lunar eclipse at this time or whatever. It's that type of shit, right?
Yeah.
But later, a lot of information came out and a lot of questioning came out that they were fed LSD. It was a very small town. With the bread man, the fucking bakery, the person that provided bread for the village, it turned out that all the people that had gotten bread from this small little place were the ones experiencing these horrific things.
He was just like paid by the government to fucking
So-
link the bread.
No, and I don't know the exact context. Like, I don't know the exact details, but I do know that there were ties to it being involved with the CIA when they were experimenting with drugs to compete with Russia, because Russia, like, intelligence came out from spies that Russia was having very advanced experiments with drugs. Yeah, the reason why the CIA took these extreme measures was because the information that they had access to basically led them to believe that Russia was advancing on like brainwash technology at a very, very fast rate. Like they were succeeding, right? That was what their intelligence led them to believe, supposedly. So that's why they took these really drastic measures. And apparently, they literally fucking fed mass amounts of LSD and all kinds of weird drugs to like some small random village that no one would give a fuck about, like some literally small time village, people like farm village basically, right?
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers all experienced some crazy fucking shit, like some life altering shit, permanently brain damage type shit, because they all ate a shitload of LSD in their fucking bread, basically. You know, that's what they're capable of, man.
And then you
Back
actually
then.
spent the whole life like, holy shit, I was fucking
Bro,
cursed.
dude, like imagine just making your fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It was like, oh shit, I'm tripping balls.
Take one bite, you see fucking.
I almost
little
threw up the other day eating a PB&J. Had mold on it.
That's
It
gross.
was expired. I didn't know.
It happens.
bread. Yeah.
Like that.
It was,
Can
it
you,
was
can
very
you imagine
sick.
waking up one day and just getting traumatized that brutally? Just getting that drugged up? Just cuz?
Like,
Just cuz?
seeing
That sounds
demons
fucking
and shit
awful.
like that.
Like,
Yeah, man.
whoa! This is the
Dude,
best
I'd be
trip of my
throwing
life.
fucking pocket sand everywhere. Be like,
By the
oh
way, this
shit,
is why the
fucking
3
little
AM Boys
man.
podcast is gonna get prosecuted because I'm talking about the shit. I'm gonna get us all killed. Sorry, boys. That's how it be.
We'll be
We're
fine.
gonna get hunted down.
It was
Man,
all
man, now they know my
It
You're
was
all
secret weapon.
memes.
It
You're all
was the guy in the beige.
Dirty.
There's a guy that's always in the dark. Leave us
You
alone.
have all the information to fucking turn me over, man. Just fucking let them have me, bro.
That's a good. That's a good way to end this, right? Yeah, let them have Andrew and everyone have a good night.
Yo, fuck it. CIA, take me.
Don't take my
I
my
am going
pocket
easy.
sand.
I have pocket sand.
You'll never
Come
take
for
me
Asians.
alive.
Dude, if they watch the last,
Running away from the government, dude. No
dude, I'm
worries.
telling you, houseboats, loads of pocket sand, shit like that. And my fucking thing went out for some reason.
Well,
They're
It's okay.
fucking
We're-
silencing
it's-
us, man.
we're
They're
ending
cutting you
anyways.
off, man. They're
You're
already
cutting you off. You're
accessing your
saying too
system.
much. You're saying too much.
Oh no, my fucking phone died. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah, they
Oh.
shut off your phone, man. It's all good.
Well,
Alright.
we're all dying anyways.
oh, I guess that's a wrap.
And
for
with
this
that,
episode.
you guys follow the 3 a.m. boys because we are the best fucking podcast you've ever listened to in your motherfucking life.
True.
And don't you fucking deny it.
True.
Or if you deny it, just
Agreed.
don't tell us.
Yeah, don't tell us. Don't tell us if we suck.
Just
We
keep
don't like
lying
hearing
to us.
bad things. Tell us
Yeah,
good.
It's
goodness.
2021.
You have to think about it. 2021.
It's New Year, new me.
New Year, same shit, head Gene. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Peace out, world.
Bye, everyone.